Hi, my name is Joe Ensley. I'm excited to have you on my channel today. I'm going to answer a question for you that gets asked all the time on Google. People want to know, who was Jacob and Esau's father? And I'm going to tell you the answer to that here in just a second. But first of all, I'm guessing if you're asking that question, you have an idea of who Jacob and Esau were, right? These are two historically huge figures in biblical history. Jacob and Esau were the two brothers, and Jacob and Esau, they kind of had this battle going on, and they fought over their dad's blessing, and Jacob was a little sneaky, and Esau was a little bit of a bully maybe here. And later on in their life, they patched things up, and it was great. But who was Jacob and Esau's father is the question that's being asked, and I'm going to make it simple for you. It was Isaac. But you can't stop there, because you got to know that Isaac is the son of Abraham. And Abraham is the one where God originally made the promise to him. He said, I'm going to make a nation out of you, and they're going to be my people, and I'm going to be their God, and then I'm going to give you a son. And so Abraham was super old, and so was his wife, and so they kind of didn't know that God was going to give him a son. And that's a whole convoluted story where Abraham's like, hey, we're going to figure this out with a concubine instead of trusting God, and that didn't work out. But anyway, eventually Abraham and Sarah was like the original promised couple, right, of God's covenant. They have a son named Isaac, and then Isaac grows up, and we get to see some cool things in Isaac's history. But by the time we see Jacob and Esau, Isaac is their dad. And then we even see at the end of his life that apparently Isaac didn't have great eyesight anymore, because that's how Jacob tricked Esau out of a blessing. But you're going to go have to figure that out for yourself by reading your Bible. My goal is to answer your questions as simply and as fast as I possibly can. Who is Jacob and Esau's daddy? Their daddy was Isaac, who was the son of Abraham, who was the original guy who got the covenant from God about the children of Israel being his people. And then the question that nobody asks that maybe we should is, well, who was Jacob and Esau's mom? Well, her name was Rebecca, and Rebecca's actually really cool too. And how Isaac and Rebecca found each other is even more awesome. But I'll let you read about that yourselves in your own Bibles, because you have them and you can look it up for yourself. Make sure you hit that like button and then the subscribe so I can answer more of your Bible character questions.